Mic check, 1, 2. I am Janelle Monae. Well, I'd like to think of myself as an artist, someone who fights for art and who is constantly producing art often. I'm also an equestrian rider. I am very passionate about riding horses as well. But I don't know. I mean, that's just a question that you may have to ask. Maybe yourself. What do you consider me? I did. In Kansas City, Kansas, Wyandotte County to be exact. So I grew up in the country. Uh, I'm a country girl, but I live in Atlanta, Georgia now. I reside in Atlanta. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, growing up in Kansas, I've always been one to use my imagination and be inspired, you know, by by the littlest things. I would see colors all the time in my mind and just think of a world that was, really whimsical and one that I could create. And so I've always had strong desires about traveling. And so I moved to New York and then I had, come to Atlanta, Georgia, slightly after. But I wanted to be an equestrian rider, and Georgia was a good place. And I went to school and I started to write music because I feel like music is very life changing, and one song can change someone's life. So, as I started to hone my craft, I would perform all around the AUC, Atlanta University Center, which consists of Spelman College, Morehouse College, and Clark Atlanta University. And that's where I created a strong support system and following. Hold on. Hey, guys! Guys! And I had run across a big boy from Outcast at Justin's, which is Sean Combs' restaurant in Atlanta, Georgia. And we met there, and he had heard me sing, and he wanted me to be a part of what they were doing, which was the Got Perp compilation volume 2, and I released my first national single, or not single, but first national song on a CD entitled Letting Go. And then he and Andre had asked, Outcast had asked me to be a part of Call the Law, and or not Call the Law. Call the Law was the name of the song, but the Idlewild album. And so, yes. No, I wasn't. No, I didn't, but it was a great movie. I had a wonderful time watching the premiere of it. Well, my sound, I'm constantly trying to figure out what it is. Or actually, I'm not really trying to figure it out. It's very free. My sound, I like to think of it um, as having a lot of fearlessness in it and a lot of hope and a lot of freedom. Again, something that doesn't have boundaries. Because as I'm growing and I'm learning, what you process in your mind, it comes out. So through my music, while I'm constantly learning, there are lots of different ideas that I'll try out. You know. And it's not just about singing either. It's about the message and staying on message. And it's really about, the bigger picture and inspiring an entire nation with my imagination. Yeah, I did. I did at the American Musical and Dramatics Academy in New York. I stayed for a year and I left. My desire for musical theater had weakened, and I wanted to just create, my own world. Like I said, I had too much going on in my mind at the time, and also I didn't want to get too trained to where it just, it felt like everybody else's. I like to know a little bit about it and then interpret musical theater and singing and acting in my own way versus, being too polished. I didn't want to be too polished, so I left. Really? I've purposefully not listened to any David Bowie because I've heard people compare me to David Bowie. And I didn't want to get too influenced by him, so I haven't listened. Yeah. From the photos I've seen of David Bowie, he's very remarkable. He's interesting. Yeah. Well, I hope. I hope. I don't know. I'm constantly. I'm really excited about knowing that there's so many new songs that I can write. You know, I don't know what God is gonna what new melody God's gonna bless me with, or what new idea or concept God's gonna put in my mind. I don't know, and I'm just excited about knowing that there's a big world, and there are new songs and new sounds to touch in and tap into that really haven't been done before. So I don't really know, but I'm staying fearless through it all. My Yes, I have my own recording label entitled the Wonderland Arts Society. And I started the Wonderland Art Society mainly because I wanted a home for artists who really love art and stay true to art and understand that their purpose is bigger than just, writing a song. It's about really changing lives and leading by example and altering history. And so me and a group of Thrivals, a thrival is basically someone who takes advantage of all the opportunities that his or her mother or father did not get a chance to have. And so, with that said, you know, we believe that imagination inspires nations, and we just love art, and we smile and laugh, and we have a good time in Wonderland. That particular starting of the label and releasing an independent project by the name of Metropolis, Sweet One for the Chase, you know, caught the ear of Sean Combs via MySpace, and as well as Big Boy from Outkast, who introduced us. And he left me a message, and I didn't respond back because I didn't think it was him, and I just, But he got in touch with me via Big Boy, and he just loved what we were doing as a company. He loved the brand. He loved the concept, the artwork, which is a big blessing, and I don't take it for granted. And he was ready to evolve, and he wanted to not. He wanted to help out a group like us and really push our music to a broader audience, and that was cool because creatively he loves it just like it is, and I'm really excited about that, just being able to have a bigger platform. I'm not signed to Bad Boy; it's a partnership. Yes, it's a partnership. Yeah, a joint venture. Okay. Right. Right. hmm Well, I think, the partnership that I have for my label, the Wonderland Art Society and Bad Boy Atlantic, I really hope that it inspires independent artists like myself and other independent boutique labels like mine. I hope it inspires them to just continue to do the music that you love doing first and be passionate about it. Keep your responsibility to your community and excellence and coming up with new concepts and ideas because you never know who's watching. Right now, you know, we should all know that the music industry is changing every day. What's considered mainstream and what's independent is constantly changing. And right now, there's really no incentive for artists to write songs for the radio because record sales, that's not going to get you any record sales. So in doing my research, and even before any of this happened, I do the things that I feel most passionate about and the things that I can rest and sleep at night about without feeling like I'm trying or following something just so I can be famous. It's not about that. So just I mean, I'm just blessed to be able to stay focused enough and be surrounded around good people that we had a vision and we saw it through, and we got as much attention from starting the label and putting out an independent project. So I guess my my words to anyone who's watching right now is to just stay true to your art, fight for art, remain fearless, don't compromise your goals and your beliefs, because you never know who will bend to what you're doing, because they like you the way you are. So okay. My inspirations, I mean, I have a lot of them. A lot comes from my upbringing. I had a lot of experiences that have shaped the way that I am as a young woman. And among the few were just certain instances like, just dealing with a drug addict in the home and, having cousins who were selling dope and, um, just growing up around people that were walking dead. And I love my city to death, but I've always felt like I had to be a leader. I've had to give others options and hope, and I've had to lead by example to let them know that there's life outside of an environment that may be, you know, to be politically correct, a little disadvantaged. And so, I'm really inspired every time I think about my friends and my family members who don't get these opportunities. And I just do the most with them and remain fearless and while I'm doing interviews or yeah. Yeah, I always it never fails and I'll get scared if I don't get these visions. But I always imagine myself like today I didn't know what the space looked like out there, but in my mind, I picture myself performing, and it's just like I just have a quick vision, and it's crazy. So as long as I could remember, um, I've always had visions of myself just doing certain things, and they're good things, which are great. But there are lots of them, and so I get nervous. That's why I'm always rehearsing and writing and just utilizing my art because I don't want it to be taken away from me because I feel like um, it could really be life changing for other people. And so yeah. hmm The 57821 on Cindy Mayweather. The numbers. Well, that's her. That's her number. That's what she is. She's 57821, and she's an Alpha Platinum 9000, one of her kind. She's programmed, of course, not to love, not to feel, not to have any humanistic, if that's a word, I just made it up. Oh, it is okay. I felt like it wasn't, but she's programmed not to have any humanistic characteristics, and however, she does feel, and she falls in love with a human, which is the number one rule of Metropolis. You will be disassembled, and so she's on the run, and to keep her, they put numbers on her chest so they can, see, find her, and when they do, they want her mind, and they want her soul, and they want her heart. And I'm not going to give you too much of a story because I want you to get the CD, and so. Yes, that's Metropolis, Suite 104, The Chase. And yeah, it feels good. It feels great performing here in Philadelphia. This is my first time doing a show, where I could, just really um, express myself. I don't choreograph, you know, uh, any of the stuff that I'm doing. So it felt good to just, make art on stage in front of my Philly supporters, and I just really hope they were inspired by it. They had great energy, uh, and yeah, I don't take this for granted. I just hope to continue to make them proud. Okay. Okay. Hello, I'm Janelle Monae, and right now you are watching Real Black TV.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, darling. Thank you so much.
All right. Yeah.